Sorry, guys. I don't know if you're back, but my phone died. And I got my son in the background, so you might see things. I don't know what he's doing. He's driving me crazy. Back from college. Driving me crazy. Thinking about taking his last year now and doing it, locally, which he's always doing, so I'm not used to it. Sorry, Granny, my phone died. Granny, I can't even tell you how many times I want to pick up the phone and be like, I need to talk to Nurse Granny, because you're the only one calms my nerves down. I want to, when I say it triggers me, it don't trigger me to the point where, it triggers me to the point where I just wish everybody would wake up and, I don't like when people take advantage of people. It really bothers my heart, see people being taken advantage of. But you know what? Yeah, but don't put it on here, Granny. I'll email, send me an email. It's life, L-I-F-E, rewind, just rewind, 2019 at gmail.com. Really? CNA and EMT? I went to EMT school when my son was little, but I passed everything I did, and then I seen a little kid, a baby, and the mom was a drug addict, and this is a really bad story, but she was in the projects, and we were, I was doing you know how, you have to do your clinicals, you go and, I was on the ambulance, but I wasn't yet, I didn't have my license yet. I just took my test and everything, so you have to do hours of whatever it was. I forget what they call it back then. And we were on the ambulance, and we got called to a really bad neighborhood, the projects, and I remember it was a hot summer day, and my son at the time was 8 months old. He was 22, so this is a long time ago. And we had to run up 6 flights of stairs. There was no elevator. Obviously, I wasn't fat like this back then, but, even though, when your adrenaline's pumping, it's a baby. We got to call it was a baby. And, we ran up 6 flights of stairs, and we got to the stairs. Obviously I have to sit back. I can only look. I'm not allowed to touch. And I see they're working on a baby, but I don't know yet what's wrong. And I hear them saying, the baby's arm was, was strapped in a car seat, but on the floor. And the apartment was, disgusting. When I tell you disgusting, roaches, and, I mean, disgusting. It had food, everything. 2019, Granny. It's at Life Rewind, just rewind, and then 2019 at Gmail. So, so anyway, going back to the ambulance thing, we're in there, and it looked like somebody chopped 8-month-old baby's arms off. So, arm off. So, just meat hanging. And I'm like, what could this be? I went all through school. We did accidents. We did old people. We did things. I never prepared myself for something like this. And I'm like, it was 8-month-old baby. And, I couldn't understand. They were like, oh, it had to be either a rat or a possum from the apartments that were... The baby was wound up being 8 months old. It was only 11 pounds, malnourished, and really, aw, that's great, Julie. And it was either a possum, a rat, they didn't know, but the baby was there for 2 days, starved, malnourished, sitting in a dirty diaper, blood, everything, and then out came the cops with the mother from the bathroom, and she was on a 4-day crack bender. So me, of course, started cursing her out and calling her a crackhead and a low-life piece of crap, and I lost my mind. I lost my mind. Like, I couldn't help it. I was so devastated. And that's when I said, this isn't for me. They were like, you can't do that. You have to be professional. I'm like, no way. There's no way. Like, if it was like a car accident, like to sit here and know that this woman was in the bathroom doing drugs and whatever it was that was eating the baby's hand. I mean, that's something, that was my first call as an EMT. Like, it doesn't get much worse than that. How much worse? I mean, you could not possibly fathom a scenario like that in a million years. You know, so I was like, there's no way. I never really thought about, like, those type of things. I had built every scenario in. Like, I came home and I told my husband, there's no way I could do this. I can't come home and see an 8-month-old baby like that and then come home to my babies and be like, fine. I couldn't do it. I'm way too sensitive. I mean, I'm the girl that cries over... I cry, and I'm not ashamed to admit, I cry over happy things. My kid hits a home run, I'm happy. I cry, I get emotional. I see, you know, my son had a kid that, you know, had Asperger's on the football team all 4 years, and like, they'd let him score a touchdown in high school football. Like, the other team would be on it too. And here I am, like, bawling. Everybody's clapping and cheering, and I'm, like, hysterical. And everybody's like, his parents are right there. I'm like, I can't help it. Like, I get so emotional. Like, pets, I get very emotional. I don't like seeing a pet or anybody be hurt. I don't like seeing people get hurt. I have a very, very, very soft spot for the elderly. Like, I don't like them being, really? 9 years old? Wow. My mom had I worked in Manhattan when my kids were young, and my mom had a stroke in the bathtub. My daughter was in the crib, like the playpen. She was only about 1.5, and my son was 3, and he called the ambulance. God, she had a full-blown stroke. And, my son was 3 years old. He called 911, and I was, like, panicked, because I didn't fathom in my head, like, when I got the call at work, like, what are they gonna do? What did they do with my kids? So it was like the longest ferry ride and come back home to see my mom. I didn't know if my mother was going to be alive or like, and that's what I say, like, you know, if one thing that this whole thing going on with Watts has taught us, that life is so short and we really need to take some time to appreciate the people that we do have. Even like Makeup Mom, so you hear her talking about her mom and everything like that. Like, you have to really make sure that, you know, you appreciate the people that are in your life. If you still have your parents, make sure, don't just pick up the phone and call them. Go see them. Go have coffee with them. Go do things, like, when your kid's young, teach them about 911 and keep them off social media and video games. Like, put them into sports and stuff. That's what I did with my kids. You can see my son now. He's out here swinging a baseball bat and snow out. Like, I spend too much time on social media. I know that. And I was never like that. But especially YouTube now. I'm on it all the time because it's addicting. But I'm also a stay-at-home mom now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody's like, oh, you're always on YouTube. But I don't watch TV and I don't, like, listen to music. I work from home. I sit in my little office with my pajamas on and my coffee, and I put YouTube on my TV. Like, and I watch whatever, I watch who I like to watch. That's my TV, because I don't really watch other TV. I have a couple of shows I watch on cable, and I like to watch and learn things, tutorials and stuff on YouTube, and, I tried to find so much information, Julie, about Thrive. I tried to do like a whole investigation on it. Shit, that shit is like sealed. I don't know where you got your information from, but early on I wanted to know about it. Like, because I was curious because I have, a lot of problems with my thyroid. And I honestly do think that Thrive did help Shanann in some way. I mean, I don't think it caused him. I think it gave her the energy she needed. I definitely do. Bitcoin. Hi. But yeah, Julie, do you have a channel? You still here? Or is it just Nurse Granny? And I never cared, like, how many people come to my channel. Nothing like that. I don't even care. I feel like, oh, you don't have YouTube? What do you have? Oh, really? Do you have... I would like to know the stuff you found out about Thrive, because I really did try to find out about a lot. Because I was thinking about, okay, I'll look it up. I'm gonna request you. I thought about it because I have a thyroid problem. I have, no, I asked my doctor. He said absolutely not. Anything that's not approved by the FDA, do not touch it. I have a massive thyroid problem, and I have Hashimoto's or whatever it's called. So, like, I lose weight, I gain weight. 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 It's a constant for me. Yeah, Hashimoto's. Yep. That's what I have. Serena. Really? Hi, Belle. Yeah, I had it. I didn't know I had it. I kept putting things on Facebook, like how I was feeling and stuff. I didn't understand it. My medication wasn't working, and a friend of mine that I know for years recommended, go get blood work. You have a thyroid problem? Maybe it is that, because it sounds... They were telling me, a lot of people were saying rheumatoid arthritis, and I was like, no way, I don't have that, like, And, it wound up being that. So, in the wintertime is when it really starts to bother me. Yeah, RA, they kept, they didn't know if it was that or whatever, but, yeah, vitamin B, I get B12 shots once a week, which has helped a lot. Every week I gotta go to the doctor for it. Plus I take folic acid now, which is like vitamin D, which I was saying, like, because I had the same thing as the other one, low iron. And I was like, you take vitamin D, and folic acid. I also added a couple of different supplements, like vitamins, that I did some research on. And I lost a lot of my hair, but then I take vitamin C and the biotin or whatever. That helped a lot. And something milk thistle or something like that. I don't remember. My now I have polyps though, so they're sending me for like a endocrinology, whatever it's called. I had it done before, so I'm not worried about it. But they just go in and it's like with a burn coil, and they burn them out. Okay. Yeah. I had it before where my neck was all swollen. I never knew until I had thyroid problems that you have more than 2 glands. I had like 14 glands that were like out to here, and I was like, what's going on? Like, I didn't know what it was. Because when I was 21, I had mono, so I thought like they say like you always have it, like Epstein-Barr turns into. So I always thought I had Epstein's-Barr. But it wound up being that. And ever since I did the supplements and up my Thyroid from the doctor, it really helped me. So, but in the winter, I don't know if it's part of winter blues and the cold weather, I get like a flare up, and where I get in a funk or I'm tired all the time. It's crazy, but it's always, my worst months are always December and January, and then I'm good again. But I work from home, so that's why I guess I always see like I'm always on here. I don't know if I have Epstein-Barr. Like, I had mono when I was young. I was 20 going into 21, and they said once you have mono, you never get rid of it. I don't know how true that is. I never really asked, but they said that once you had mono, and I had it really bad, like I was hospitalized with it and everything, that you always have Epstein-Barr. But I don't think that's true, because it never affected me, ever. Like, it never affected me in a bad way. It never stopped me. Like, once I was good, you know what I mean? They said it never, yeah, like Lyme disease. They say that, but I don't know, I never let it stop me. I never dwelled on it. But the thyroid drives me crazy, because there are times where, and I think, I'm 44 years old, so I'm kind of going through hormone changes and stuff like that. So between that, hormones, and my thyroid, sometimes I could be a ticking time bomb, and, I'm not used to it. I don't know what the hell's going on. Like, I could be in the middle of a shop, right, and my face is 85 degrees, and I want to stab everybody there. Not really stab everybody there, but, I get so frustrated, angry. I'm having a hot flash. I don't know what's going on, But, that was all new to me. But now I've learned, like, through the doctor, and I did a lot of, like, studying and research, and until I finally perfected, what was going to work for me. Through my thyroid doctor, through a nutritionist, and just doing my own research. It took a good 6 months for me to get onto a plan and stick with it. Like, as far as what helped, what didn't help, taking out this, taking out that. But, yeah, one thing about YouTube, which I never thought I'd ever do a channel, is that coming on here and speaking to other people, like doing this, or making a video and learning or going into somebody else's live, and being in the chat, you get to, like, like, I would have never know half these things that I know now. Like, I get good advice. I made a lot of friends, and I'm happy for it. That's why I just don't understand some people that, I'm just so tired of being labeled a trash bag. I'm so tired of this woman thinking she's here and there. And that's usually when I do my videos, when she gets me. And when I tell you that you get me, because I know maybe she'll watch this, or somebody will tell her, or maybe she won't watch because I'm too small for her. You don't get me, because you'll never get me. You get me for everybody else. You get me for the way you treat other people. You get me for the way you take advantage of people. And I feel bad for them. So I feel like I have to stick up for them. Like a real person would stick up for them. Not like fake stick up like you do. You know what I mean? Guys, sorry. I went off the plate here for a minute just because I thought about her again. But I have to jump off now because I only jumped back on just to say I was sorry. My phone died in the middle of the last live, and I didn't want everybody to think that I was leaving. So, Julie, Julie, if you want to send me an email, it's life, L-I-F, 2000, no, life rewind 2019 at Gmail. And then I'll write back to you and give you my Facebook. Maybe you can request me that way. Okay. Yeah, Lee, send me, and Nurse Granny too. I know she said she sent it to me. And then, okay, Lee. Life Rewind, not yeah, my Gmail is not Rewinded. It's Life Rewinds 2019 at Gmail. Life Rewind 2019 at gmail.com. Okay, and thanks guys for coming on, and hope everybody enjoys their day. Bye, Serene Spoonie. Enjoy your day, honey. And thank you guys for coming on and chat with me. I just want to say I appreciate it. Glad I got to vent. I hope I didn't come off like a bully, because I really didn't mean to, but I just, I'm just being me and letting my shit flow. So, peace to all you guys, and be kind to one another, like Ellen tells everybody, be kind. Bye, y'all. Oh my God, I'm starting to sound like I'm not a New Yorker anymore, y'all.